Sea wolves are a remarkable wolf population found in the islands and coastal rainforests of the Pacific Northwest, with Vancouver Island being their most famous home. Unlike typical wolves, these predators have adapted to a marine environment, making them skilled swimmers capable of crossing up to 12 kilometers of open ocean in search of food. This ability allows them to move between islands and access rich coastal resources. Their unique lifestyle sets them apart from inland wolf populations, relying heavily on the sea for survival. Sea wolves are not just land hunters but have evolved into versatile predators thriving in one of the world's most challenging ecosystems. Their story highlights the incredible adaptability of wolves, proving that they can conquer even the ocean to secure their place as apex predators in a constantly changing environment. Sea wolves have developed a diet unlike any other wolf population, with nearly 90% of their food coming directly from the ocean. Instead of relying on deer or other land-based prey, these coastal predators feast on salmon, targeting the nutrient-rich brains to avoid harmful bacteria present in the rest of the fish. They also dig up clams and mussels along the shoreline, cracking them open with powerful jaws, and occasionally hunt marine mammals such as seals and sea otters. This heavy reliance on marine resources has turned sea wolves into something extraordinary, a wolf population that blurs the line between land and sea. In fact, their dependence on the ocean is so strong that some researchers classify them as marine mammals, a title typically reserved for animals like seals or polar bears. This adaptation showcases the wolves' incredible ability to survive in challenging environments by shifting their diet to what the ecosystem provides. By thriving almost entirely on marine life, sea wolves stand as a rare example of how predators can evolve alongside changing habitats, carving out a unique niche as ocean-dependent hunters in the rugged coastal landscapes of the Pacific Northwest. Sea wolves did not always rely on the ocean. Many were driven to coastal habitats as human logging and land development pushed them out of their traditional inland territories. As forests were cleared and human activity expanded, prey like deer began moving away from disturbed areas, and the wolves followed. Over time, this forced shift brought them closer to the shoreline, where they discovered a new world of resources. A striking example comes from Pleasant Island in Alaska. Wolves there originally swam to the island in search of Sitka black-tailed deer, which once thrived in abundance. However, after the wolves arrived, the deer population quickly collapsed. Instead of leaving or dying off, the wolves demonstrated remarkable adaptability. Within just 2 years, they transitioned from hunting deer to targeting sea otters as their primary food source. This dramatic dietary shift highlights why sea wolves are considered one of the most adaptable predators on Earth. Their movement to the sea was not just a choice but a survival strategy, showing how environmental pressures and human impact can reshape an entire predator's way of life and push them to evolve into marine hunters. For years, scientists believed sea wolves only scavenged on sea otter carcasses washed up along the shore. However, recent research has revealed a far more dramatic story. Using GPS collars and direct field observations, biologists discovered that these wolves are not just scavengers, they are skilled hunters actively targeting live sea otters. Most of these hunts occur during low tide when otters haul out on land or rest in shallow waters, making them vulnerable to attack. One fascinating aspect of this behavior is how selective the wolves are when feeding. Researchers found that sea wolves consistently avoid eating the livers of sea otters. Tests revealed that the organs contain dangerously high levels of paralytic shellfish toxin, likely accumulated from the otter's diet of shellfish. This instinctive avoidance mirrors another well-known survival strategy. When feeding on salmon, wolves often consume only the brains to prevent exposure to a fatal bacterial infection known as salmon poisoning. These behaviors showcase the wolves' incredible intelligence and adaptability as predators. They've learned to exploit a new food source while avoiding deadly toxins in their prey. The discovery of active sea otter hunting not only highlights their role as emerging marine apex predators, but also underscores how finely tuned their survival strategies have become in this challenging coastal ecosystem. Despite their growing reputation as sea otter hunters, sea wolves have surprisingly little impact on the overall otter population. Studies on Pleasant Island estimate that the wolves consume around 90 sea otters per year, a number that represents only a tiny fraction of the regional population. This means their predation is far from a threat and is simply another natural interaction within the coastal ecosystem. In fact, the return of this predator-prey relationship is seen as a sign of ecological recovery. Sea otters were nearly wiped out during the maritime fur trade, which pushed them to the brink of extinction. Thanks to extensive conservation programs and international protection efforts, sea otter populations have made a remarkable comeback. In places like Southeast Alaska and Vancouver Island, their numbers have rebounded enough for wolves and otters to overlap once again. This renewed interaction after nearly 100 years highlights how ecosystems can heal when species are restored. Sea wolves face a silent but deadly threat: mercury contamination. By relying heavily on marine prey, these coastal predators accumulate mercury levels up to 278 times higher than inland wolves. This toxin moves through the ocean food chain, starting with plankton and concentrating in fish and marine mammals. The primary sources of this pollution are human-driven, including coal-burning power plants, chlorine production, and gold mining, making industrial activity a significant danger to these unique marine-adapted wolves. Sea wolves are a powerful example of nature's adaptability, evolving into a unique type of marine apex predator. Their ability to shift diets, thrive in coastal environments, and hunt marine mammals shows how flexible and resilient wolves can be. However, their future is uncertain. As they depend more on the ocean, they also face modern environmental threats, especially industrial pollution and mercury contamination. Whether these remarkable predators can overcome human-driven challenges will determine if sea wolves continue to thrive as one of the most extraordinary evolutionary stories unfolding in the wild today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible wildlife stories. Thanks for watching.